Man, I'm doing good. How you doing, man? How everybody doing? Everybody all right? Yeah, man. Thanksgiving week, man. Y'all better be thankful for something, man. Shoot, it's quiet as a church mouse in here. Man, man, being here, being alive, everything, man. Family, all that. I mean, you wake up sun came up. You know what I mean? That's just as simple as it get right there. So, every day you wake up, no matter the situation, what you got going on in life, sun came up, you still here, you got an opportunity to do something, you know what I mean? And family doing well, everybody doing well, so I can't complain. Can't complain at all.
People from the outside just look at the record and things like that, think it must be all doom and gloom in here. But what is it like when you guys come back to work this week?
I mean, it's like you do it every week, man. You come back to it, and I mean, yeah, the record is what it is, and what the season has been is what it's been. But like I said, you come back and there's another opportunity, so you can't, hang, your hat on all the stuff that's happened before. Because if you do, you're just gonna keep getting beat by something that happened before. You know what I mean? And that also just brings, bad energy when you just hanging on to stuff like that. So for us, I mean, I know on the outside, everybody's, grumpy and upset. And, I get it. You know what I mean? And we are too, believe it. But at the end of the day, we show up and it's like, hey, we're going to show up with the same attitude, joyful, ready to work, ready to roll. You know what I mean? That's all we can do. So that's just what it is right now.
I know you haven't played in a ton of different teams, but do you think that's the same in other places where when the record is as bad as it is here, do you think the attitude and the vibe is the same?
Oh, man, and I've been in other places, so when those teams started losing, this is the difference here, and this is what I like the most, is that other losing teams, you can tell, like, it's just, people come to work grumpy, upset, still hanging on to stuff, attitudes, arms folded, you know what I mean? Not bringing that same juice, same energy, but here, we start the meetings, everybody screaming, everybody jumping around, having a good time. We still doing the shoot-offs. We still having our fun the way it needs to be had, because at the end of the day, all we got is each other. And, I mean, at the end of the day, you like coming to work with the people you work with. Like, I love everybody I come to work with, you know what I mean? And I would hate to come into an environment where no one, there's no smiles on no one's faces or nothing like that. And that's just where stuff starts going downhill, And that happens on other teams. But over here, it's not like that. You know what I mean? We're still showing up, still putting our best foot forward, and still rocking and rolling. So that's the biggest difference.
Sounds like some of your veterans spoke on Monday. What were the messages they were trying to?
It's just, we gonna keep doing what we doing. You know what I mean? And there's, like, of course, we have a lot of things that didn't go our way. And most of these games that we've lost, we weren't getting our asses kicked. Like, they were close games. You know what I mean? You look at the film, it's like this team still is a dog fighting team. Like, you can't ignore that. It's not like we're going out there and just laying on our back. You know what I mean? So I think that's just the thing, man. The vets is just like Bobby and them. We're saying, we're going to come back. We're going to get better. We're going to dial in all the details. We're going to communicate with each other, because this is all we got. You know what I mean? All we got is each other, and no matter what happens, we're on the field with each other, and we got to make it happen. And that was just the message right there. So just keep pushing, keep going forward. You know what I mean? Just keep doing that. So that's where we at with it.
That Packers game where you thought you got blocked in the back, did the ref ever tell you why that wasn't called?
No, he looked like he didn't even see me there. You know what I mean? And it's just, it's one of them things you just like, you're standing right here. Like, you couldn't see it, but fortunately he didn't see it, and that was just that. So, I mean, you just got to roll with it.
Is that when you hurt your head?
Oh, no. That was later on.
Anything else?
When you look at this offense for Washington, what stands out, and what is it about the play of Heineke that just, seems to bring them together?
I think the cool thing about it is that he has guys around him that want to play for him. Of course, 17, McLaurin, outstanding player, has had many different quarterbacks and continues to still put up great numbers. Can't ignore that. McKissick, who's been a great player for him, the running back is a great player for him. He's surrounded by a lot of guys who play very hard, very good football players, and they ride for him, and you can just see it game to game. They ride for each other. You know what I mean? That's the cool thing you see, and they love him. They love him a lot. I mean, you look on social media and you see it. They love him. They gonna go for him. They don't care what he does or how he gets it done. They just know he's gonna give them everything he's got, and they do the same thing in return. So that's probably the coolest thing about their offense.
You've played a few spots in the secondary. How do you feel like this role now as the dime back? How do you feel like that suits you?
I mean, I love it. I mean, to me, I consider it special. It's just like, you know what? All right, cool. I'm a DB body in the linebacker, linebacker position. And, usually when you see that, of course, everybody's thinking, this is kind of a pass defense type of thing. But there's some times that I have been run at, you know what I mean? Sometimes you just want to try it just to see. And it's like, you know what? This is the cool time for me to make a statement like, yeah, I may be a DB back in here, but I can throw down with the best of them. You know what I mean? So it's just kind of an attitude thing for me. Like, I love that position. I love what it entails. all the things that comes out of it and the creativeness of it. I think that's the coolest thing for me. Just allow me to go and just have fun, play ball, you know what I mean, play free and not, worry about a lot of things and just be out there with, all the, Maul, Q, Bobby, being in that mix. It's just, brings a lot of pride to me. So I love the down position, man. It fits my mode perfectly. Just go out there and make something happen. So that's kind of why I love it.
A given week, do you usually have an idea as to how much you're going to play?
Nah, I mean it all depends. Like I said, it's a kind of a third down deal. So it's like it all depends on what happens on first and second. So I'm always on the sideline looking like, okay, first down, okay, cool. Second down, third and one, that's probably not gonna be it. But like as soon as it gets to 3rd and 3 or something like that, I'm walking out there like, please call down, like you know what I mean. So you never really know what you're gonna get, man. It just all turns, goes down to what happens on first and second down. You know what I mean, and that dictates the rest of it. You know what I mean. So that's just kind of how I look at it.
Do you ever say, hey, let's go down here? I mean, do you ever try to influence the thinking there?
No, you just see me when you see me start doing this. That's my influence right there. So as soon as third down, and I'm looking back, just okay, you know what I mean? Like I'm always ready, and they know that, you know what I mean? And that's kind of the cool part about it. I think it makes it easier for them, knowing that they got a guy who's hungry, who wants to, I want to go, type of thing. So it's not like should we call it? Like, no, he's already walking on the field, just call it. You know what I mean? So that's kind of how I look at it, man. I just influence it by my attitude about it. I'm always ready. You don't even got to look too far. You don't got to call my name. I'm sitting right next to you. You know what I mean? So that's kind of how I do it.
What was working for your guys' third down defense in previous weeks that didn't really work against Arizona?
I can honestly tell you it was just details. That was just mental errors, you know what I mean? And that's something that's very uncharacteristic of the momentum that we've had, the past couple of weeks. And we all talked about that, and we know that, you know what I mean? And even during the game, you could feel it, you could see it. And like I said, when we go back to meetings, it's just, look in the mirror. It wasn't nothing that they did. It was just what we was doing, you know what I'm saying? And that was the biggest thing in that game. Just guys, we weren't as detailed, wasn't as locked in as we usually were. And that's just something we can't, have happen at all. So that was what that was.
What did Trey Brown bring to the defense?
Speed. That boy is fast, and he's hungry, determined, and has a willingness to learn, man. You can see it every day in meetings. He's asking questions, asking everybody, you know what I mean? I just want to be right. I want to make sure I'm right because I don't, you know what I mean? Y'all depending on me. I want to, let you guys know that you can count on me. You know what I mean? And that's what you loved about Trey Brown. He was a super fast kid, twitchy kid, explosive kid. I mean, you seen it in, I think it was the Green Bay game when he made a great play on a third down. They ran like some kind of stick or something like that, and he just broke on it. I mean, you could see it on the field. It's like, man, that boy has juice. So that's what he brings to the table, and, we're going to miss him a lot for it, man. Miss him already. We talked to him, text him, and just like, stay up, and we can't wait till you get back here, man. So, yeah, he brought a lot.
Thank you, Brian.
Yeah.
We got Brian on there for you.
Thanks, Ryan.
Yeah.